Hello, and welcome to Stereotype Painting. Now I know what you're thinking, but that is not it. What I'm doing is I'm taking the classic aspects of the landscape and I'm putting them all in one big jumble on the canvas. So, for example, you go on vacation, you want to show everyone photos, but no one wants to look through your tens of thousands of camera roll photos. What I do here is I take all of that, put it into one. Now let's begin. And today, we will be painting British Columbia. And now when I think of British Columbia, I think of rain and mountains, snow, the ocean. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix up some blues, some black, and some white. And we're going to make a nice cloudy gray sky. So just go right on ahead and mix those clouds into your sky. Pretend you're in BC. And should be nice, but it's overpriced and expensive and you can't afford to live there, so you just vacation and you can just fill that nicely into just underneath halfway. So now that we have our British Columbia sky here, what you're going to want to do is make some ocean. So take some more of that color, just make it a little bit darker. Add some of that dark blue. I don't know the scientific name, so I just say dark blue. And we're going to add a nice bumpy ocean, because that makes sense. So just complete filling in your water. Alright. And now that we have our ocean ready, we'll wash our brush one more time. Now that we have our beautiful ocean and our beautiful sky, next thing about BC is they've got a lot of mountains. So you want to take some greens and some browns or copper colors, because that's what typically makes up a mountain, is a lot of trees, a lot of green. So once you have a nicely mixed up color, just go ahead and drop those suckers in there. Now BC mountains are a bit rounder in some places, especially near the coast, so keep that in mind. And once you finish on the other side of your canvas there, just continue to pull down that color. And now that you've got your mountains nicely formed, we're going to make some smaller ones just in the front. And we're just going to do a little bit of them here. Nothing too crazy, but just a bit grayer. More rocky right on the coast there. It's always a rocky beach. So once you have all those rocks settled, we will get started on our next little portion. Now that you have your rocks all set up, I've gone ahead and just sketched in a little orca because they're pretty popular in BC, I would say. And now, I've never painted an orca before, nor have I ever drawn one, so this is a learning experience for the both of us. And since orcas are mainly black, I have my black and white palette just down here. And we can go ahead and start adding some color to this guy. So you just fill in the colors here. There's an eye somewhere, but honestly, it's a black eye on black skin. How are you supposed to see it? Is it skin or do they have like fur? And make sure that your little orca's got a nice fin. He's not stuck like, what's his name in Blackfish? Somehow I have to differentiate the black of his skin and his fin. Maybe we'll make the black of his fin a bit more gray. The fun thing about paint is you can always remix and try again and paint over if you really don't like it. Alright, and the last little bit we need to add is the white bit. So you just fill in the little top part, makes it look like he has a big white eye. Then you'll have a nice little whale. Once you have your orca done, maybe you gave him a little friend. And just here I started to work on some trees, because what's BC without the trees? So I've gone ahead, painted a few tree trunks in there. Just little bushes on the bottom to make it blend in more with its environment. And now I take a little fan brush here. I'm a huge fan of it. dip it in some green, maybe get some little copper in there for some interesting tones. If you want a little more blue, go right ahead. I'm going to add some white just to lighten it a touch. And drag your brush through that paint. And go ahead and start just tapping on your trees here. And maybe got a really big guy on your painting. Really big tree. He's seen a lot. So now once you've gone ahead and finished all of your trees, we're just going to add a little final touch and some birds. Let's do some little seagulls. And we're going to do the stereotypical V bird because I don't know how to paint an actual bird. So just a little. And then once you're happy with your amount of birds, your amount of trees, your amount of orcas, what you can do is you can take one of your favorite colors and sign your painting. And there you have it, British Columbia in a painting. Remember to like, subscribe, and send me all your money. Have a good night.